Okay.
Just like leave it recording against your phone or your water bottle or your
Am I in this
water
video? Hello, video.
You are.
Hi, video. Hi, video.
Okay.
Hello, Emma.
Cool. Okay.
Hey there.
Yeah.
Hey there.
So just to double check, the rule was we did last year was 24 hours after Katie uploaded speeches and all that. Is that okay?
I think that's in the policy. That's like our election
Okay, it was
policy.
I wasn't sure if it was in the Constitution, so I was looking in there and couldn't find anything.
I think it's an Eboard policy.
Okay. All right, Sneha's not here, but Sneha does have to be with me when we validate the votes. And yeah, hopefully we will have a new VPOA, so that'll be exciting. All right, secondly, if I know none of our chairs are here, but what if you guys were interested? We got invited to the Global Student Leadership Forum. It's tomorrow from 4 to 5. Apparently it's like a weekly thing. I don't entirely know what it's about. Like, they were very, very vague on the details, but if someone was interested in going, I thought I would put it out there.
What is Henderson building?
I think it's
It's
the
the one next to BBH.
Oh, okay.
Because it's the first building I point out on my tours when I walk down that park.
yeah, so it's like right next to the hub,
Okay.
like hub lawn. Yeah, also thank you guys. I know I've been really falling behind these past weeks. It's been busy. Thank you for putting up with that. Final thing. So this one is we've got some feedback recently about membership events that matches up with some bad feedback we got last year. So last year we got some negative feedback that like people thought that questions were like a bit too much about like personal people on the Eboard, and they felt made it feel cliquey. I recently got like feedback from someone, like a different person this year. Like they kind of told me, like I guess it was during Anna's training. I know I'm kind of guilty of this too. I used some like funny questions at the retreat, but it's like this is now like twice we've gotten this feedback. So I think just going forward, like try to keep questions as professional as possible, because it's making people feel a little uncomfortable.
That makes me so sad. I'm trying to avoid that this year.
Yeah, it's okay. Like I said, it's like one of those. There's a line, and I guess it's just easy to avoid. All right. Away conferences. Barmon feedback was not actually very good at all. I don't know if you guys have heard from anyone who went to Barmon, but there wasn't like anything so egregious like NYU Mon or ANMON last year. It was just like very poorly run committees. There was a lot of complaints about like Barmon Secretariat was not super professional. Their keynote speaker was apparently really, really terrible. In general, it wasn't good. My personal recommendation is go back to Barmon next year, just because it's something that we've never had bad feedback with Barmon before. It's always been good. I don't know if you guys had heard anything else or had a different opinion, but that would be, I guess, my personal recommendation to the E-Board.
So what I heard from Ben and Sneha and Jacob, I think when I was talking to them, just for like about handing out cards, was that other delegations were being more rude, which is why a lot of our delegation was not happy. Like from other schools.
Yeah, I got feedback. I did get feedback also that like Barmon Secretariat was not like super cool with them either. It was just like generally like a lot of people were just being rude. Apparently,
I just don't get it because we're never anything except nice.
some of the delegations they were telling me about, like FIU was a big one, and FIU was like ranked number 1 last year, so they're definitely like feeling themselves.
Oh yeah, they're full of it.
I hate delegates like that.
Yeah, like they were.
I hate that.
Yeah, it's all right. Well, I still recommend we go back, give it one more try. If it becomes like a pattern, if we have an issue, we can cross that bridge next year. That's the problem for next year's E-Board. Nick's sick, we're ready to go. I'm really excited. I was worried that like some people were like going to be like really shy and like really nervous, but actually after our prep session this last weekend, like everyone like kind of opened up a lot more. They're having a good time. I think it's going to be a really fun conference. All right, Kate is not here, so we are on Jade.
No updates from me. I'm gonna put in mini-mun attendance and today's attendance into the things that we have active membership. Most people, I'm like a little bit worried because they have like a few meetings, but not. So I'm gonna go back look more carefully about what qualifies as active membership, because we've had a lot of like new members come to like every other meeting. It's like
It's half the meetings or consecutive meetings.
yeah, and that's the thing that I'm worried as a consecutive meetings, like people haven't been at all of them. Like
Yeah, well, it doesn't count if it's not consecutive.
yeah.
We can review it after today
Yeah.
because I actually do need to have
Yeah,
the Excel
yeah,
spreadsheet
absolutely.
updated. Yeah. So just let me know how that goes tonight. I will probably message you about it when I put out elections.
Perfect.
Also, I forgot to sign it.
Yeah,
I
speaking
always had to do it.
speaking of which, I will have to send you election links when they're all ready.
Yes. So last year I think Katie sent them out, or was it through Kelly? Because I remember getting one from the president.
Elections?
Yeah.
Those are sent by president through election
Okay, so do I need like a list?
That's yeah.
She would
Okay,
Look at-
so
yeah.
you have the
Yes.
okay.
Yeah, I have the list of people. I just don't have the
Yeah.
election runner stuff.
Yeah, I thought election runner looked pretty straightforward. I can take another look at it tonight. And I can always ask if I have issues, but I think we should be good.
I think as head of elections, you're the only one who's allowed
Okay.
to send / look at it.
Yeah, because I only see the results.
Yeah.
I wish I had realized this was an Eboard policy and not in the Constitution, because the Constitution did not have a lot.
Yeah.
I also feel like because it's a special election, it's all fucked up anyways.
Yeah, I was not expecting to have to learn all this right now. Membership.
Alright, lit. Sorry. October has been, it's halfway over. I don't know what happened, so I'm a little shambly, so sorry about that. Okay, I am so excited for buddies, and we're just going to take a second because there are only 5 buddy pairs that can't come, and that is the best attendance record I have ever seen in 3 years. Because there's like 70 people who should be at buddy reveal. So they're like, we're just going to take a second. Claire and I are going to do a buddy event. We just don't know what it's going to be yet. So that'll probably be this week, at the end of the week, or early next week, to be. Okay, hello, Anna. Okay. So, I never called Creepy Serial Killer Man back, because first of all, I was a little thrown off by all those voicemails, and that's like the company everyone uses. I know it's fine, but also it was weird. I don't know like what people want to do because I'm getting mixed signals every time I like talk about it. So I think we have a couple options. I think that we could do like apple pumpkin picking or a hayride if people want, or if people just want to do like a nice fall activity. We also could just like go hike Mount Nittany on like a nicer day in the fall if it's not too
We
cold.
could wait for like the leaf to start to turn.
Yeah,
I think
like
Mount
go
Nittany would be nice
hike,
then.
and that would be easier to coordinate and cheaper. But I don't know like how pumped people are about a hayride. I'm getting mixed signals.
Okay.
Some people are like really into it, some people aren't, and then I don't know what to do.
I think the
But
people
people
who
seem to
would be
really like
really
Mountain
dumb
Hike
question.
last year.
They did like it?
Yes.
Okay.
Because we went to breakfast at Cracker Barrel after, and like that was
So-
fun.
So that's,
Just went straight,
Yes.
straight to breakfast.
and like the issue is like after, so I was thinking about if the weather looks okay, maybe the 27th, because that's like an empty meeting. So like if it took a little bit longer, we could just do it in the morning. I don't know. I don't want to like burst everyone's bubble if we don't do a hayride. We're gonna do like one more fall themed event.
I
but-
think people who would be hyped for a hayride would be hyped for other
A
fall
hike,
events
okay.
You should
too.
do like pumpkin carving.
Well, I think if we don't do a hayride, we'll do one more like fall-y thing, and then maybe the hike. Okay. Maybe I will redo the form for that and try again.
I have
Um,
a really dumb question.
Yeah.
Is today not full exec?
It is
Yeah.
not.
Wonderful.
Well, you're here. It's okay.
I'll just hang here then.
Okay.
It's more awkward for me to leave.
So these I'm gonna put up on the at the meeting today because these are gonna be hard dates. I was going back and forth about Monk and like buddies and stuff. That's why it took me so long. But the 25th is gonna be girls guys night.
Yes.
And we can talk this week
Okay.
about what exactly we're gonna do because I have a couple suggestions. And then we can communicate with the others. November 15th is gonna be Friendsgiving, and I know that because it's gonna be at Bagels. And then formal is gonna be the 7th, and then this week we're gonna make the form for that and try to get people to start registering, so I can look at places and whether it's gonna be like $10 or $15 a person. And then the soft dates, we're gonna do some buddy social or study night this week, one more fall event for Halloween, and then I'm thinking like one study session in November. But between like the study session and Friendsgiving and Thanksgiving break, I think that's the only thing we're gonna do. And then in December, do like a holiday night and then the Secret Santa. So those are not final dates, but that's what's on the calendar.
Sounds good.
And I'm gonna not do the soft dates today, but I'll do the hard dates today at the meeting.
As far as the formal goes, are you and membership team good handling that?
Yeah, now that it's not gonna be as big of a thing, it won't be that bad.
Okay.
Yeah, it will be good. Okay, merch suggestions. So I wanted to ask all of you before we like started this, but we're definitely gonna do short sleeve and long sleeve shirts because there's so many new members who want them. I was thinking about doing tank tops, but I think I'm gonna hold off until the spring. And then the other thing, I'm gonna look into water bottles and baseball hats, and I'll probably do like one in the fall and one in the spring, so I won't do both at the same time. I'll like split it up for people. Thoughts on quarter zips? Do all of you have quarter zips? Okay. What are our reviews on those quarter zips?
People get them
Okay.
zips.
They chip though, right?
Yeah, I've heard they break pretty easily.
Yes. So they're about $35 normally. If I could find them embroidered for like $30 to $35, do you think people would want embroidered ones? Okay.
People love quarter zips,
Yes.
especially over like merch.
So
Last year I had trouble finding embroidered ones that weren't hella expensive, but that might have just been where we ordered them.
yeah. So I have an idea that I'm gonna look because my relay ones have been embroidered every year and they have never been over $34. So I'm gonna look for those ones, and then I have one more that's like way more expensive that I don't wanna do, but okay. So those might be a little bit delayed depending on how fast I can figure that out, but we're definitely gonna do like a regular merch order within the next week and a half, like so people can have them before Christmas. Okay. I'm forgetting something. Oh yeah, here we go. Okay. So if pending us doing a hike on that 27th, do you still want me to do a professional development event that day, or do you want me to push it? Like, is that a lot
what
exciting?
specifically were you?
TBD. We were gonna do like talk about like internships and resumes and like stuff briefly during training, but if we hike, I'm not like convinced we'll get back, or like people would come to that.
We can push professional development a bit.
We'll see.
Speaking of which, if you're interested, the Peace Corps recruiter will definitely be interested in speaking. I'm also actually brought up the idea with one of my professors because
Yeah.
she studies like polarization of
Cool.
political communications, so I thought.
Okay, that would also be a good one.
So I have like some speakers who like, I guess not really professional development,
Okay,
but just
with,
like
something to do.
international politics related speakers who'd be willing to come in
Okay,
if
cool.
we do need meetings to fill out.
Okay, sounds good. All right, that is it for me, I think.
All right, come on. How did anyone go?
I had a rough day yesterday. Logistically, everything went fine, but we unfortunately had a lot of negative feedback on one committee in particular. The other one got a lot better throughout the day, so that one will run fine. We have a plan to meet with that crisis director to go over some changes that need to be made. I think it's going to be fine. It just needs some adjustments. Subs were a hit. I need to give Kate my receipt. We could have had better attendance, but I think because it was Parents' Weekend, we were just okay, final countdown. It's coming, whether I like it or not. We're a little behind on like social planning, some printing stuff, and position allocation, and Dell guides, just because everything needs a lot of work, and I also wanted things done like 2-3 weeks earlier than they like actually need to be done, but I'm just sort of stressed because I don't like when things bump up against deadlines. But I still think we'll be okay. I think we talked about this at the last meeting, but in case anyone didn't realize, Addison did step down, so we are handling all of her stuff. Sneha and I have split it down the middle, and we are also on wait list for registration, and we still have schools registering entire delegations, and we're just like, sorry. We had a small snafu with positions in which we miscounted the number of positions we had. But that's fine now. We've had crisis directors add positions, so we can have everyone come. I think that's it. Any questions about any of that?
No questions about any of that.
Okay.
We do have the two other things. So for those of you who don't know, we made a small amendment to policy 11 that Milan did. If you could look it over, because I believe Patrick Caswell will be taking a full medical leave of absence for school. And because Milan is already down one secretariat member, and because Patrick is still like interested in like fulfilling his duties as the secretariat part, we're interested in making this small change so that he can still be on the secretariat and Milan doesn't have to take on another secretariat member's duties. The only change is you can see section 8 clause 1. Yeah. So if we're good, we can go ahead and vote. Yay.
Yeah.
Yay.
Yeah.
Yay.
Oh, yeah, I forgot there's another. Sorry about that.
Thanks.
I just sort of said it.
And then can we also vote on him being there?
Yes.
Yeah.
Alright,
So
so
you can vote twice.
yay.
Yay!
Yeah.
Yay!
Wait, like, do you need to vote twice so I can keep Patrick as well?
I think he's planning on being back in the spring.
But he's still on the
He,
secretariat.
Yeah, so
We
we
need
vote
to vote
together.
twice. Yeah.
Yay.
Yay!
We like Patrick as well. And on the topic of another person who we actually will have to vote, I guess first we should bring it up with them, but I don't know, they emailed you, so
Yeah.
the
So-
SG of, you wanna go ahead?
Yeah, so the Funk 2 SG emailed me and basically said he's going to be in PA for a med school interview the weekend of Funk, and he would like to come back as support staff for the conference. And of course he sent this email at like 12:30, and I was like, my brain is so fried, and my brain is still fried for mini months, so I'm still like not sure how I feel about him coming and being around, especially for the whole weekend. So I need to figure out like what the best way to find the balance between like engaging old people who have built the foundations for this conference, but also like recognizing that like we're down a secretariat member and need to focus on making sure Funk runs well without having to like host someone. So I don't know if anyone else has thoughts on it.
My personal thoughts were, I don't know, like, cause we've had issues with bringing in alumni to staff before, like I didn't necessarily have an issue with him like coming and saying hi and checking in, like that's
Yeah.
one thing, but like, especially because, I'm gonna be honest, I don't think anyone knows who this person is really, like he was
Yeah.
far enough back that,
He comments on all of the social
He's
media.
been super
all
engaged
the
in
time.
social media, and his like resume is cool. Like
Oh.
I genuinely think he's a good guy, but I mean, I definitely will draw the line at him staffing. Like I don't want him to staff, but
Yeah.
I will probably. What I anticipate will end up happening is I'll tell him that he can stop by for like one of the committee sessions if he would like to. But
Like a meal or something, and then I'll leave. You have to come like halfway through a committee session, and then we'll go to break. Yeah.
yeah, I have no issue with that, like I said, as long as if I can reach out to him if you didn't want to, but
I'll
yeah, either way I think we're all on the same
The
page.
only weird thing I'd be concerned is like who you and one of your secretary have to like entertain him.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's my biggest concern too.
Even
because
for a committee session, but still it's
down
a lot.
Addison,
Yeah.
I will not have time to entertain, and neither will say hi, and neither will.
You would like almost have to dictate someone to like be his babysitter for like an hour, which sucks for.
You could just throw him in the crisis room. Just let him sit there. Like with like a more experienced crisis director, like one of them.
I mean, if you wanted, I could let him sit in on my,
That's what I was
I
was
might
like a
offer
more
him to you,
experienced.
yeah.
just for like a committee session.
Yeah, like I said, he doesn't need to
Okay.
spend a lot of time. Especially because we are trying to build that alumni network. I think just letting
Yeah.
him come in and touch bases.
And I mean, I know that like, if this was me 5 years down the road, I would like super appreciate if someone had like welcomed me in to come back and see
Yeah.
how much my conference had grown. So I don't want to say no, but I'm also like, I can't entertain you.
Yeah, you can't be
So.
getting in the way.
Okay.
Alright.
Okay, I will touch base with
Yeah, he's,
Sneha and Kelly at some point today, and I'll get back to him within the next week.
yeah,
Technically, we don't need to vote on him because he's an old secretary general.
Oh,
So
that's fair. We do have that specific clause.
I can approve him.
Alright.
So much power. Thanks, guys.
Punk. So Slack. I'm not the only one who's had like issues with this, so you may wanna.
I think there are 4 of 8 HOCs in that chat at the moment.
I didn't get added yet.
Did you use the link or?
I did.
Oh.
I'm not in the HOC
Oh, my
chat.
bad then.
I
I'm
haven't
sorry.
set mine up yet.
I think a lot of us would definitely appreciate you guys walking us through because I
Yeah.
had that same issue a lot of people have where it's like security something and I'm like I don't understand.
You could honestly, you should just do it at a meeting, like where there's high attendance.
Yeah, well-
like not that you want
Yeah.
to do it today, but where there's like high
Okay,
attendance.
you are now in the chat. So there are 5 of 8. I'll figure out. I'll sit down with you.
Okay.
I think you, Anna, and I forget who the third person was that was
I
in
think
there.
Kevin Kim was having issues.
He's in there now. I think Jacob had to enter manually, but
Yeah.
I will sit down with you guys and figure out. So
Yeah. I'm sorry, I'm so bad at all this stuff.
it's fine. It's a struggle anyway, but that's we'll figure that out as we get closer. It's not a huge deal now. Alright, 3 Dots downtown is looking like a great location for a social.
Wait, where is it?
Yes,
It
Potato
is-
Man.
Potato Man pulling through. It is on the, you know where the halal cart is? It's like there, on that corner.
I'm excited to look there for formal too.
I was gonna tell you to do that because it's $700.
Holy shit, that's awesome.
Yeah,
Only $700.
only $700.
And if-
Wait,
And
what
they
is-
have a cash bar?
And they have a cash bar.
Shit, that's
Do they have a bartender?
awesome.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
What's the
Fuck.
catch though?
I don't think there is one.
They're probably keeping the price low because it's new, right?
Yeah.
It's new
I
and they're
believe
not.
it.
Yeah, I think they
Yeah.
like we're like the ideal thing for them. We're renting it out for one night,
Yeah.
and it's not like a legit bar. It's like open every night.
Plus, it helps that we're not a frat or a sorority.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're really trying to engage the community too, so.
So Dalton got an invoice from them. I think he's gonna talk to them again to like go over the final details, but that's looking like a great option. And I was literally gonna tell you about it because it's probably a good formal location too.
Yeah. I'm excited.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Why are people
It's
screaming?
that's my
Five, not okay.
They've been screaming for 30 minutes.
I think this is the end of it, so they're
Mm-hmm.
running back to the
Yeah,
finishing.
yeah.
Sorry.
Other than that, I think we're good. We're gonna have like the HOC meeting soon, which
So the only other thing I want to say is please touch base with your relevant chairs because I know I told Megan. So chairs have not been communicating with me like basically at all. I'm gonna be putting something in Eboard chat, but I've been putting things at the end of agendas as well, being like, hey, message me an emoji, and they're not reading those either. So they're also not reading the agenda. So please, like I said, I'm gonna put something in Eboard chat basically after this meeting, but also make sure you guys are touching base with them too, so they don't completely disappear. Because I know that was an issue last year.
Yeah.
You could
We're
make
not alone in this struggle.
you could make them be annoying like I do and have a group chat with them, and you have to sit in it and listen to us.
Yeah, well, I was hoping I didn't want to have to like
To do
chase
that,
them down.
yeah.
I was hoping they could just read the agenda.
It's too hard. I found that annoying groupies are actually like one of the most effective tools that you can
People
use.
shit on me, and I know I'm annoying, but do you know how much
Yeah.
stuff I get done? My forms get filled out. People like my messages. People show up.
We did
That
start
fake
with like
crackhead
50,
energies.
people in the background check for me, and now we're down to 43. So slowly but surely. Let's see.
also last week we came up with the idea that Megan's gonna write the entire message in her notes,
And then I
And then
haven't
send a
done
screenshot of
yet.
which did not happen.
I keep forgetting, to be completely honest. Like
I think you
it's
just get too excited.
I get it's they come across as screaming sometimes, but they're
So,
not meant to.
Only other thing is, if you guys have any slides, please send them to me
Yeah.
today, and I will make sure they are included.
Okay, I'm gonna do that right now.
And
I